Oh, baby, it's freezing. Ho ho! Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Oh, baby. Ho hey! How's everybody going? How's it going, baby? Can you guys see me? Bum bum. Can you guys see me? Ho ho! We going live, baby. We live. We live. It is Blitz in my house. 1 second, boys. Oh, we can see you fine. I haven't used this software in ages. It's looking good, man. It's looking all good. See what it's sounding like over here. They got the cowboy music up. It's looking good. It's sounding good. Let's share a window, a Chrome tab. Hey guys, yeah, man, it's chilly. I got my cowboy jacket on. Yeah. Did anyone has anyone seen the release yet? Because I was just on Brandon's channel and they were saying that some of them saying they've already seen the results. Let me know, baby. How are we gonna do this? Instead of doing this and that, I'm gonna come over down here. What's your prediction? I think I thought they might miss. I thought we were gonna hit maybe 15 sapphires, but I thought overall we were gonna miss. But let's see. Yeehaw, baby! I see you. I see all of you. Can you hear me nice? It's on stock twits already. Naughty geezers. Naughty geezers. Oh, baby. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Howdy. Oi. Where you finding this? Somebody got it on stock twits. I'm gonna take a little looky. Looky see. Oh, yeah. Because I've been refreshing. Part of the website isn't working in terms of news release. Yeah, they still don't have it on their website. But somebody has it on stock twits. How? Jeez. Record number of sapphires installed. Oh, they've been doing good, baby. They've been doing real good. Damn. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this to begin. Still waiting up. Boom, boom, boom. Ride or die, baby. Cisco got something, yeah? Cisco Trader. This guy always comes out with the gems. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Holy jamoli. Holy jamoli. Okay. Let me share this with you guys. So Cisco posted this. 1 second, baby. Let's share this one. Where's our stock twits? Tell me if you guys can see this, yeah, on your screen. Bam, bam. Okay. Total revenue. Looking juicy over there. $4.7 million, 112% year-over-year total revenue increase. Where did this man get this from? You magical man. Strong balance sheet, still $326.1 million in cash. Record number of sapphire shipments and install. Oh my goodness. I wonder how many. Does it say how many they installed? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's see what the after. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, brother. It's my cowboy jacket. It's getting cold here. It's winter in London. So it's chapping. Yeah, internal email. It looks as if it looks like it's a news outlet, so maybe it's who's the one who usually they go to? It might be a news outlet that got onto it first somehow. Hope it's not fake. Me too, my friend. 24. Is it 24 sapphires installed? My God. And I was thinking they were going to come in with 15. I'm going to buy some cocaine and some beep. Naughty. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Revenue beat. The sales team must be killing it. I'm telling you. The sales team, baby. I wonder who, if they say who were the ones who've been adopted, because it would be nice to see if it's any key clients or if it's, predominantly in the UK. Is it NHS? Is it people over in France? Is it in the US? And what kinds of clients are the ones picking up? Flipping hell. Imagine they were aiming for 150 end of year and they're already on 141 installs. Overall installs crazy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Sofa Gav. I see y'all. 24 shipped. 24 installs, baby. Oh, you speaking naughty to me. You speaking real naughty. Real naughty. Come on, when's this earnings call? I'm excited. Just looks like they set this milestone, They set this milestone and I wonder what it's going to be at the end of the year. Aiming for 150, already got 141. Oh, baby. What do you reckon's going to happen? What kind of price action we're going to see? Go to 10 first, yeah? Hey, buddy, listening to you from Italy. Hey, what's going on, my Italian brother? Italian Cowboys. Bingo's beat quarter yet? Yeah, baby. 141. 100. Greetings from Dallas. You need a proper cowboy hat. Oh, goodness. I think it's time. Quick, let me switch screen, baby. Let me switch this screen. Let's play some classical music. Let me just... Oh, we getting naughty now. I'm getting ready to share screen. One sec, guys. No. Oh, goodness. They're getting us nice and relaxed with this cool. Beautiful. I have to turn it down. The classical music will get us a copyright strike. Got the best fat fingers in the game. 20 installs and 24 shipped. Oh, hey, Shane. What's going on, Shane? Bingo Cowboy. Got them bingo knuckles. Have they reported? Something was released on Stock Twits by Cisco. I don't know where he found it from. But we dare, baby. Good record. And we got changed on the way with great management. Have you seen who they've been bringing in? Illumina. Half of Illumina staff is going to be ours, baby. They're going to be ours. What's up, Miguel from Texas? It's cold here as well. Oh, baby. Woo! They beat, my friend. They beat it naughty. Party time. Price is still in 6 after hours. Thank you very much. Jordan Peterson's auspicious channel. Is that his name? I thought his name's Brandon. Oh, man. I love everybody. I don't want to offend nobody. I think 4:30 start, correct? Yeah. So that's 8:30 p.m. I think we got 13 minutes left. 8:30 p.m. here in the UK. Is the heating broken, mate? Nah, we just got this old house. This old house is freezing. You put the heating on, it's still cold. The highlights look great. Oh, goodness. Guys, all of the comments are coming to my software slow. So I'm trying to check your comments. I'll have it on my phone and have it here on the sides. 140 mil in cash, 185 mil in investments. What's up, baby? Brennan in the house. Bingo sent out the email. Greetings from the Netherlands. The Netherlands. Yahoo Finance, yeah. Oh, goody. Let me take a look. See. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Oh man, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear them talk. By the way, I've got some great content coming up. 2 universities in the UK. I looked into the past on them, and I wanted to see where the funding was coming from and what they plan to do with the Sapphire. So what they're currently working on. And yeah, it looks juicy. It's 2 Russell Group universities, so I'm excited to present that to you guys. Oh yeah. Hey Nerdish, what's going on? Nerdish from Stock to It's in the house. Oh, flow cells. They just keep going, man. They want to experiment with the machine. They want to use this flow cells up, baby. Ah, such a beautiful future ahead, man. Greetings from Austria. What's going on? Damn, baby. Go 10. I think earnings is decent if it's what people say it is. I'm still about to grab it now. My PC is playing up, baby. Let's see. Bionano, genomics, Q3 earnings. What you got for us? Oh, Globe Newswire as well. Oh, baby. 24 Sapphire systems to the field compared to 11 and shipped in the same quarter 2020. Wow. 3,969, the magic number. OGM with Sapphire was adopted at several notable cytogenetics laboratories. That's what I'm saying, baby. US, Sapphire was adopted in Australia, Europe, and China. It's just building out, man. It's building out. I can't wait to see what they're going to say. My goodness. What are you guys thinking is going to happen to the stock price? Because remember, the stock price never, it doesn't reflect what the business is sometimes. It doesn't reflect it. Thank you, brother. So what do you think we're going to see for price action tomorrow? Are we going to see a drop in stock price? Nice. Nice holding, baby. Woo! Or what do you think? Do you think we're going to see the stock roaring? Some people have said 10 in the chat here. I think it's some of our guys from Korea. Much love. Greetings, baby. Let's see what the EPS is. Thanks for your amazing DD and updates. Thank you so much, Ashmead. Thank you. Selling general administrative expenses were 15 mil because we had a lot of new hires, salaries on the books. Understandable. Understandable. It's the calm before the storm. Oh, you crypto people, baby. You crypto brothers. What are you investing in, Ali? Because some of my boys, they're investing in Ethereum, Cardano, some of that goodies. Some people are safe mooners. I hope none of you got sucked in by the squid game coin or the squid coin. I saw that and I just thought, this is a madness. Oh, yeah. It's real hard, baby. Real hard. We're going to rip. Oh, it might be a happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. 598. Hope we get to at least 6. This says it all, said BP. We had the strongest quarter in Bionano's history with record number of Sapphire shipments and installations. Yep. Yeah, it seems that way. Sometimes I just feel like, you know, companies, they could be doing all the right things, all great news is coming out, and the stock price continues to crater, it continues to drop. And I remember seeing a quote from Jeff Bezos about Amazon before, and he was saying the same thing. He was like, everything was going right at the business. It was expanding. You know, we were getting more revenue, new forms of revenue. and still the stock price was dropping. That's when there was early stages in Amazon. And then look at it now, baby. Are we live yet? They're holding us down to the wire. We got 7 minutes. T minus 7 minutes. Baby. Oh, you know it. You know it, David. The chart looks bullish on the 1 year plus good earnings report. $10 set by Thomas. 7 to 750 would be great, slow and steady. It's been stuck at $931 for a while now. Bag holding is disturbing as fuck. Oh goodness, I had a higher average than you. When I first bought it, I think it was at $2. I sold at $4.80, and when I done my research, I opened up with a bigger position. I can't remember what range it was, but it was higher than $9.31. It was $10, $11, something like that. And then ever since, I've been like buying almost every single week. So I was just getting the average price down. Prediction for tomorrow. I have no idea how the stock's going to react. You know, sometimes you get great news and it just goes nowhere. So, but some people are positive. Everybody thought we were going to miss. You know, they thought we were going to underperform. But I think 24 installations is pretty juicy. Yeah, a lot of the growth stocks suffered. A lot of them. Shane said, hee hee. Hee hee. Basically, the glaring issue is with this ER. With this ER is the goal. Tomorrow, 650. Oh, this is what you've been investing in. Oh, man. I saw Mana shoot up the other day. A few days ago, it went crazy. Yeehaw, baby. We shipped 24. Cardano has the Wolfram Alpha CEO as one of its developers. Damn. I need to look a bit more into that. Yeah, one of my friends bought, I don't know how much X they are now on Cardano. I think they were 4X. Glaring issue is total operating expenses and operating loss. You spend a lot of money trying to grow as a company. So I need to see exactly how much. Hopefully we pass 7, dreaming maybe. Guys, are you excited? I remember every single earnings call we all kind of grouped together. I thought I wasn't going to get the day off work today. So I'm so happy I have the day off and I'm able to come and stream with you guys because we have a really good community here. Holding strong, 5K shares at $5.74 average. I don't know if you guys saw the video on dark pools and the dark index that I did. But yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. The way that it moves. It looks like there was a lot of silent buying. With the dark index, you can see when institutions are quite bullish on it. No volume. No volume, is there? Goodness gracious. What's the EPS? I cannot see it here, my friend. The glare on this laptop is burning my eyes. I'll find it for you later, my friend, or we'll wait and see what they say. Oh, baby. Let's see what BNGO becomes over the next 5 years anyway. We'll see. For me, none of this is financial advice, entertainment only. I'm going to continue to buy BNGO. I want to build out my position and get as many shares as possible, and NNDM and Palantir. Those are what I'm buying at the moment. I think it's solely dropping on the technicals. The year chart looks like a massive bull flag. Baby! So many of you in here. I can't keep up with all the messages, man. They're popping out. We might see a price drop if we miss the EPS like we did last quarter. But at the end, we broke a record. And we only start to shine. Oh, goodness. If the price drops into the 4s, I told you guys I have an oil company called Occidental Petroleum. And when the kind of oil crisis happened and we saw it, we saw the oil market just completely drop. And we saw so many companies being affected. and Oxy had this massive debt on their hands. It went all the way down to $9. And at the time, I was day trading it for a little bit, and I decided to go heavy into it. So right now on Oxy, I'm still up by like 50%, and I'm thinking of selling a lot of my Oxy in order to buy more Bingo, because I absolutely love Bingo, and I think that, you know, it has a bright future in so many different industries. I think it's needed. Hey, Hassan, what's going on? Hassan and Investing, what's going on, man? Keep it up, bro. Thank you, brother. Welcome, baby. Thank you, Jason. Jason, I cannot wait. Literally, I finished my studies second week of December. Yeah, second week of December, I finished my studies. As soon as I finish my studies, I cannot wait to just dive in and just completely immerse myself into looking into holes, man. I like look inside the hole, find the gems of information, and present it to the people. Yeah, we did hire a lot of people. Oh, 69, 69, the magic number. You speaking naughty. We broke 601. That was a fun ride. Let's see what guidance they give for Q4 and financial year. Those are some wise words, my friend. Let's see. Do you think they're still going to aim for 150? They said that's the milestone. Because I think they're going to smash that. They only need to get 9 more to get 150. What does that put our total at? 141. Is it 141 they said? Or is it more? They shipped 24. To the fields compared to 11 systems. So where's your installs? How many did you install? $141. Yes, 141. Lots of great acquisitions that cost money. Takes money to make a lot more money. He thinks we miss EPS. I'll buy more shares and buy the dip, lowering my average. Oh, it's going to be scrumptious. Scrumdiddly-umptious. If Bingo News. What's that sound? Tell me if you can hear this. Yeah, I'm going to turn it up now.
Third quarter 2021 earnings conference call. Today's conference is being recorded. At this time, I'd like to turn the conference over to Amy Conrad from Investor Relations. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Michelle. And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Bionano Genomics third quarter 2021 financial results conference call. Leading the call today is Dr. Eric Holmlin, CEO of Bionano. He is joined by Chris Stewart, CFO of Bionano, and Rich Shippey, CBO of Bionano. After market close today, Bionano issued a press release announcing its financial results for the third quarter of 2021. A copy of the release can be found on the Investor Relations page of the company's website. I would like to remind everyone that certain statements made during this conference call may be forward-looking, including statements about Bionano's strategic and commercialization plans, sales pipeline, anticipated benefits or improvements to the Sapphire system, anticipated milestones for 2021, and the advantages of the Sapphire system over current technologies, the anticipated benefits of the acquisition of BioDiscovery, our expectations regarding timing and content of study results, and anticipated benefits of these studies in driving adoption of the Sapphire system. Such forward-looking statements are based upon current expectations, and there can be no assurances that the results contemplated in these statements will be realized. Actual results may differ materially from such statements due to a number of factors and risks, some of which are identified in Bionano's press release and Bionano's reports filed with the SEC.
Oh, the echo.
These forward-looking statements are based on information available to Bionano today, and the company assumes no obligation to update statements as circumstances change. An audio recording and webcast replay for today's conference call will also be available online in the Investors section of the company's website. With that, I will turn the call over to Eric.
Thank you, Amy, and good afternoon, everyone. We're happy to be here with you today to recap what turned out to be a very busy and productive third quarter. We believe the momentum that is being driven here is tremendous as we head into this last quarter of 2021. To start off today's call, I want to have Rich Shippey review with you our recent acquisition of BioDiscovery. This was an important strategic transaction that allows us to accelerate the integration of optical genome mapping, or OGM, and next-generation sequencing data with our optical genome mapping workflow. The addition of BioDiscovery is expected to advance our capabilities as a genomics data solutions provider by adding what is really a best-in-class analysis, interpretation, and visualization platform for reporting genomics data. As a result of the acquisition, we believe we become the first and only company to provide truly comprehensive genome analysis solutions that utilize optical genome mapping with our Saphyr system and the industry-leading platform-agnostic software from BioDiscovery, which transforms Bionano from being the structural variation company into a broad genomics data solutions provider, and really opens up new opportunities for us. And so now I'll turn the call over to Rich, our Chief Business Officer, to review the BioDiscovery transaction. Rich?
Thanks, Eric, and good afternoon, everyone. With the acquisition of BioDiscovery, we are now able to accelerate our efforts to make OGM ubiquitous by simplifying the assessment of clinically relevant variants inside of genomics applications, reducing interpretation time per sample, and expanding our reach into the discovery and translational research markets, where the combination of next-generation sequencing and OGM can reveal more answers in genetic disease and cancer. And the key to making these big ideas successful stems from software, in particular the right software, acting as a critical interface to solve complex cytogenetics workflow problems. We plan to utilize BioDiscovery software to integrate OGM with NGS and microdata for broader applications, which we believe will accelerate the adoption of our Saphyr product. We expect the true beneficiaries to be the researchers and clinicians who should see improvements in their ability to get the answers they need in a seamless and reliable manner. In terms of the integration of the BioDiscovery business into Bionano, we are making great progress and officially closed the transaction. We expect the launch of a commercially available version of NX clinical software that users can visualize, interpret, annotate, and report all classes of structural variants, including absence of heterozygosity. The initial integration with our Saphyr platform is planned to launch in 2022. The full integration will be designed to support the evaluation of additional data types and potentially incorporate gene expression and methylation data, which we're really excited about. Now I'll turn the call back over to Eric to review the Q3 numbers. Eric?
Thanks, Rich. In the third quarter of 2021, we've continued to perform very well, and in fact, we recorded the best overall quarter ever in the history of the company, and so we're obviously very excited about that, and we think it's due to not only the amazing capabilities that we have with optical genome mapping and the amazing product, but the incredible effort that all of our teams have put into pushing us forward. So total revenue for the quarter was $4.7 million, which is up 112% versus the same period in 2020. We had great performance in many areas of execution, including seeing customers develop laboratory-developed tests based on optical genome mapping and obtaining accreditation for Saphyr-based laboratory-developed tests, as well as expanding our menu to include protocols for isolation of ultra-high molecular weight DNA from prenatal samples such as amniocytes and CVS. And this allows us to apply optical genome mapping and our users to various applications in prenatal analysis. Now, we've continued to build out the commercial team, and I want to welcome these folks to Bionano, and we're very excited to have them on board because what we're doing is preparing to scale commercially. And I want to welcome on board Amanda Letman, who is the Vice President of Global Customer Experience, Amanda Hernandez, who is the Vice President of Global Sales Training and Development, Justin Layton, who is VP and General Manager of the Lineagen business, Bob Herzenberg, who is our North American Sales Director, and then announced just today, Stephanie Hoyle, who is our Vice President of Global Corporate Marketing, and Alex Helm, who is our Vice President of Strategic Product Marketing. And now these people come to us from amazing companies across multiple industries, and I think them choosing to join Bionano and the path that we are on reflects not only the progress that we've made, but the incredible opportunity that we have out in front of us. And we believe they will drive additional growth for our business as we expand across many geographic locations. And certainly, not last but not least, we want to welcome Sohail Shams, who is the new Chief Informatics Officer and previously was the Chief Executive Officer of BioDiscovery. And so we're really rounding out key people across the commercial and development areas of the organization, and that's going to be key to growth going forward. I want to talk a little bit about the Saphyr installed base and utilization. We had a record quarter for Saphyr system installations and shipments. Saphyr installations in the quarter brought the total installed base to 141 Saphyrs installed as of September 30th, 2021. We shipped 24 Saphyr systems during the quarter. You can compare that to 11 systems that were shipped in the same period in 2020 and 13 systems that were shipped just last quarter. And we believe we're on track to reach our goal or even exceed the goal of 150 Saphyr systems installed worldwide by the end of 2021. We sold 3,969 nanochannel array flow cells during the third quarter. This is the highest number of flow cells that we've sold in any quarter ever. And now, please keep in mind that the flow cell is the unit consumable for one human genome, and so more flow cells that are being sold into the field leads to more utilization and more data to support the value proposition of optical genome mapping and increase awareness of its utility. So the 3,969 flow cells represents 122% growth over the same period, third quarter of 2020. Finally, in our services lab, we analyzed 309 samples during the quarter ending September 30th, 2021, and we can compare that to the same period a year ago, which was 84 samples. And so these numbers of samples that are coming in for analysis are often tied to projects that are happening in the field, either in connection with potentially a new Saphyr adoption, but certainly new customers coming to learn about optical genome mapping for the first time. So when we see growth in samples that are being analyzed, we know that that's going to turn into more awareness of optical genome mapping and its capability, and so that's an exciting leading indicator. Regarding innovation, we've continued to improve optical genome mapping with Saphyr, making it easier and faster and more cost-effective to operate. And so we hit a key goal for the quarter, which was to develop assays that could be used in prenatal applications that require isolation of ultra-high molecular weight DNA from amniocytes and CVS samples. These assays support both fresh cultures and cryopreserved cells. This expands the markets that we can serve for optical genome mapping. We updated our software, and we have incredible new capabilities that have been released recently that are going to expand capabilities of data analysis and data interpretation. And of course, we've added the BioDiscovery and NX Clinical and Nexus Copy Number capabilities to our offering. And our project to build a next generation Saphyr is also on track, and we anticipate completing the first prototype system for that platform by the end of this year. regarding the proliferation of data that validate optical genome mapping and outline its incredible scope of utility, we announced the publication of the largest clinical research study to date which was published in the Journal of Molecular Diagnostics for a rare muscle disease, FSHD. In that study, 351 patients were analyzed, and we were very pleased to see the outcomes that the authors found. They demonstrated that optical genome mapping provided data more quickly, accurately, and more reproducibly than the current gold standard method of Southern blot. And so these findings really support the rationale for adopting optical genome mapping as an alternative to traditional methods, and also underscore the economic value of the more efficient workflow. And we believe that that's going to support labs in the future that adopt it and seek reimbursement from third-party payers. And we would also note that the applications of FSHD analysis have high interest from biotech and pharma, where drugs for rare diseases are being developed, and those protocols often require analysis for FSHD. So this is an important publication, an important advancement. We announced that NuProbe Global, which is a molecular diagnostics leader, adopted Saphyr to be integrated into their quantitative amplicon sequencing and blocker displacement amplification technologies for R&D efforts and an effort to improve reproductive health and liquid biopsy. So this is an important adoption for us, and we expect that to drive new applications and utilization. We had the largest presence to date at the annual Cancer Genomics Consortium meeting, which was held in August of this year. It featured 10 presentations by Saphyr customers and Bionano, highlighting the benefits of optical genome mapping for clinical research applications in a variety of areas, importantly including solid tumor analysis, hematologic malignancies, products of conception, pre- and postnatal constitutional genetics, and others. The attendance at the event was significant, with over 400 participants globally. And in another meeting, our customers presented 11 posters and talks at the European Society of Human Genetics, or ESHG, meeting, which was held in late August. Now, turning to publications, there have been 132 optical genome mapping publications year to date, which includes 30 in Q3. In addition to the samples that our lab has processed in the quarter, those projects put data in the hands of customers that we believe will lead to publications going forward. And I would also emphasize that our Lineagen business had a good quarter for samples received across our suite of assays for pediatric neurodevelopmental disorders. And so revenues for those diagnostic services are included with all service and other revenue in our financial statements. So now I'd like to provide an update on the pivotal studies that are being led by Dr. Alka Chaubey, our Chief Medical Officer. Those studies are being conducted to demonstrate the utility of optical genome mapping as an alternative to traditional cytogenetic methods, on a path to have them adopted as part of standard of care. So these studies span 4 major growth markets for us: prenatal genetic analysis, hematologic malignancies, including leukemias and lymphomas, and solid tumor analysis. Recruitment in these studies is going well. We have important key opinion leaders as principal investigators and study sites across each endpoint. For the postnatal study, which has been the one that was the first to receive IRB approval and underway the longest, we've reached a total of 500 out of 1,000 subjects enrolled, and we have completed analysis of over 100 samples. And in fact, at the recent meeting of the Society of Human Genetics, ASHG, the authors of that study presented a poster describing the performance across those initial 100 samples, and it was very impressive, including 100% concordance, and also identifying incrementally valuable information that can be leveraged to resolve otherwise unsolved cases. For prenatal, the IRB has been obtained, and site recruitment and training are in progress, and data generation is will begin this quarter. For the hematologic malignancies programs, we are finalizing contracts with sites and expect IRB approval to begin by the end of the fourth quarter, and the studies to begin in the first quarter of 2022 and the fourth quarter of 2022, respectively. Over the next several years, we believe data to be generated as part of these studies will serve as a basis to support changes in guidelines set by medical societies that will ultimately recommend uses of optical genome mapping as part of the standard of care. So with that update, I would like to turn the call over to Chris Stewart, who is the Chief Financial Officer, for an overview of our financials. Chris?
Thanks, Eric. As Eric mentioned earlier, our revenue for the third quarter of 2021 was $4.7 million, up 21% from $3.9 million in the second quarter and up 112% from $2.2 million in the same period of 2020. The sequential increase was driven by increased demand for Saphyr optical genome mapping solutions, including increased instrument sales and greater demand for our reagent rental program and consumables. Our consumable revenue hit an all-time high of $1.8 million this quarter. The year-over-year increase was driven by both higher product sales and by the addition of revenue from the Lineagen acquisition. Gross margins for the third quarter of 2021 was 24.8%, compared with 37.3% in the prior quarter and 33.4% in the third quarter of 2020. This decrease was primarily due to an increase in some lab-related costs at Lineagen and an increase in OGM warranty-related expense. The majority of these incremental expenses are expected to be non-recurring. Our average selling prices for the Saphyr system and consumables has remained fairly consistent over the course of this year, and our product gross margins were the highest they've been in 5 quarters. Third quarter operating expense was $21.8 million compared to $17.9 million in the second quarter and $11 million in the third quarter of 2020. The sequential increase was primarily due to a $1.8 million increase in headcount and related expenses and a $1.5 million increase in R&D related to supply chain development costs intended to lower future production costs and support higher volumes. We added a total of 37 new hires in the quarter across all parts of the company as we position ourselves to capitalize on the momentum we see in the market. Third quarter operating expense included $2.8 million of non-cash stock-based compensation expense. At September 30th, the company had cash equivalents, and short-term investments of $326.1 million, compared with cash and cash equivalents of $38.4 million in December of 2020. During the third quarter, we raised $13.3 million in cash, net of offering costs from our ATM facility, designed to partially fund the BioDiscovery acquisition. Like many companies, we have faced some challenges with our supply chain. However, our operations team has responded early and proactively, and we do not expect any meaningful impact to revenue this year as a result of these supply chain challenges. Since quarter end, we successfully completed the acquisition of BioDiscovery. We're really excited about this deal and integrating the company, its employees, and technology into Bionano. We're also really pleased with the terms of the deal. As previously disclosed, the transaction consideration was up to $100 million, consisting of approximately $50 million in cash and $40 million in shares of Bionano equity up front, and a $10 million earnout cash contingent on achieving certain commercial milestones for their software development. Overall, I'm pleased with the progress of the last several months, and I'm really excited about the momentum we are carrying into the end of the year. With that, I will turn the call back to Eric to discuss our milestones before we take your questions. Eric?
Great. Thank you, Chris. We are pleased to have hit a key goal for us in the third quarter, and I've mentioned this already, but I just want to reiterate that we released really important protocols for isolating ultra-high molecular weight DNA from samples that would be typically used for prenatal analysis, and that allows us to expand the menu of capabilities of the Saphyr system and in turn penetrate new markets that were otherwise not open to us before. We believe this achievement brings us one step closer to our broader mission of transforming the way the world sees the genome. And so with that, Michelle, we are ready to take questions.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. If you are using a speakerphone, please make sure your mute function is turned off to allow your signal to reach our equipment. Again, press star 1 to ask a question. Our first question comes from the line of Jeffrey Cohen with Ladenburg Thalmann. Please proceed with your question.
Hi, this is actually Destiny on for Jeff. How's everyone doing?
Hey, Destiny.
Hi, Destiny. We're great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to circle back to Chris's commentary around the supply chain. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and what some of the efforts you're doing now in order to kind of prepare yourself going forward?
What I would say is there are chips in our instruments that have been facing shortages like every other company. What our supply chain did is they went out and found alternative sources for those chips and built an inventory to protect us from the possibility of delays in future shipments. So again, I bring it up because everybody's asking about supply chain shortages. What I want to say is, we're just like everyone else. We're seeing them, but we've worked around them to ensure that they don't impact our ability to deliver Saphyr systems.
I see. Okay, thank you for that clarity. And then turning to a different shortage, I see you've onboarded a ton of really excellent people into your commercial and marketing team. As you build out these teams, are you also recognizing some headwinds in regards to the labor shortages?
Well, yes. I mean, so the company's getting bigger. We've added incredible executive talent, which we summarize, and we put news out about that because we think it's so important to tell everybody about it. The hiring market overall is incredibly competitive, and so when we grow the team, we're out there competing with all sorts of other companies, and what we find is that people really recognize the differentiated story that we have here and the opportunity that's in front of us, and they're energized to join. And that's what's made it possible to get folks over from companies like Illumina and Dexcom and others, PerkinElmer and so forth. And so that's exciting for us, and it's definitely a challenge, but I think the validation that comes with those folks joining means that we have a competitive advantage in the hiring market.
Got it. Okay, that's helpful. And if I could maybe just squeeze one more in here, could you talk to us a bit about any OUS efforts or strategies that you're considering at the moment?
Well, we are active on a global basis, and our slides speak to the fact that we see demand really ramping and increasing across the board. Certainly in North America, we have great progress, and Europe has really been leading the penetration of optical genome mapping for applications in cytogenetic analysis, especially in consolidation of existing workflows. And so we're active there, but China had a very solid third quarter, and we had other notable adoptions, such as one in Australia. And so what we see is a pretty broad-based interest in the capability, and the pace is gated only by whatever kind of local funding is available, or various environments around things like reimbursement and so forth. But the demand is universally strong around the globe, and there are other parts of the globe that we're now eyeing with great interest. And one of them that I would mention is India. And so I would expect you should expect to hear us talking more about India in subsequent calls.
Okay, got it. Thank you. I'll jump back in queue.
Thank you. Once again,
Thanks,
ladies and
Chris.
gentlemen, if you'd like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. Our next question comes from the line of Kevin DeGeeter with Oppenheimer. Please proceed with your question.
Hey guys, a few from us. Really nice growth on consumables. Could you speak to the distribution of growth? Are you seeing most of the consumable growth from the research and translational side of the business, or the more clinical side of the business? And I guess what I'm ultimately interested in is better understanding the behavior of some of your top customers, and kind of what type of consumable pull-through kind of per install at a good customer or a highly mature customer looks like these days, and kind of is that evolving over time?
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate the acknowledgement, and we're also excited to see the progress there. And let me take a shot at addressing your question, and if there's some gaps, Chris might be able to fill them in, and you just let us know. But when you talk about the distribution across applications areas, discovery and translational versus the clinical research side, I would say that the needle, if you look at the global distribution, is definitely pointed more towards the clinical research side, and I would say it's probably 65% clinical research, 35% discovery and translational, and then within that clinical research segment, the applications are mostly around genetic diseases, the portion that is focused on hematologic malignancies and solid tumors is increasing. We don't see a strong distinction there, because they end up being, meaning the 65-35, because they end up being pretty similar sites and labs, and whether you're running a steady supply of samples coming in for analysis based on an order from a physician, or whether they're running samples for a clinical trial or a large research study, they all tend to be comparable in volumes. And so when we go back and we ask ourselves, okay, what's the average, the average pull-through you can calculate, right? You have the install base, it was 141, you have the consumables revenues, that's in the queue. And so given that that's why you've asked me to tell you what's the sort of like significant pull-through representative group. And what I would say, the way I would answer the question is that, a significant fraction, 65-70% of adoption is through the reagent rental vehicle for us. And just to remind you that standard contract is $132,000 of overall consumables revenues, chips, reagents, and everything, on an annualized basis. So, if we think that 65% or so of the systems that are going out in the last couple of quarters are representative of that pull-through, I think that's how I would kind of start to vector toward, that higher end pull-through number. And there are sites that exceed that, right? You have sites that go beyond that, and their ordering exceeds that, but so far that's more kind of adhering to that contracted volume, which is probably why we picked it in the first place. It's a good number, and it fits the labs that are adopting the technology.
No, that's super helpful, and I appreciate the update on the next generation optical genome mapping platform, and the goal of having a prototype by the end of the year. What is a reasonable expectation for us in terms of, when we may learn more about some of the performance profile? Is something as early as potentially a DVT next year, or should we? Just sort of how do you frame expectations as to, when you'll be ready to communicate more broadly some of the performance improvements that hopefully you've been able to.
Well, yeah. No, good question and fair question. And so, we're excited about the progress, and here in the company on site, which you have visited, but we didn't let you peek in those rooms when you came through. We see the various components operating, and so we're excited about the progress that we're making there. We will hit that goal of putting the prototypes together this quarter, and we feel confident about that. With regard to detailed metrics, I think we're going to have to get a few more quarters behind us before we really start to zero in on them. However, we have communicated that there will be a series of step-ups in pull-through. So if we look at a kind of control sample, that we collect data on just at 30x depth, which is not always the depth of coverage that a site may use for one application or another, but it's a good baseline for us to make comparisons with. The Sapphire system will process 96 samples in 7 days, and we assume that the Sapphire system is running 24/7 during that period and so forth, but 30x depth of coverage will give you 96 samples. And a next generation system will, that equates to about 5,000 samples per year. The next generation system per instrument will go up to about 14,000 samples per year. So, that's a little bit shy of a threefold increase in throughput overall. And you may remember that we're going to roll that system out in 2 steps. So the first step would be the single instrument module, 14,000 samples per year. And then there will be a capability of clustering up to 4 of those instruments together in a robotic system that will operate continuously. And so, 4 times 14,000, is going to get those numbers up even more. And so, we're kind of sticking to that as our projected performance and throughput of the system compared to Sapphire. We see no reason to back off of that or upsize that at all. But as you well know, we'll get a little bit better information after we have the fully assembled prototypes and get closer to beta systems, which is going to happen next year.
And then just lastly from us, with regard to placements, I guess, the guidance is still more than 150, at year end. You were at 441 at the end of September, plus some that apparently have shipped that aren't installed. I mean, I guess really sort of 2 questions. How do we think about, that kind of more than 150 as a guidance number? And then, maybe on a little bit more granularity, what are you seeing in terms of the current quarter? Any disruptions at your customers, related to, COVID or other factors, or do you see sort of, perhaps a more normalized environment to operate with regard to, converting shipments into installations?
Yeah. So I mean, what I want to say, just sort of keep it, safe here, so to speak, is that we're very confident in the 150, and I mean, I think that should be.
Holidays coming up.
Yeah, I think that should be apparent. But we're very confident in the 150. We probably have enough systems, shipped into the field that if we install the ones that are waiting, we would actually get above that. But the limitations on that, and then we're going to ship additional ones this quarter. So there's sort of backlog in the field to exceed that. But the constraints that we face are kind of twofold, right? It's people, to go out and install them and get that done, and we're adding those people, over time here. But then, we run into various factors always in the fourth quarter, holidays, different site closures. I'm not going to say that COVID is currently a serious impediment. It's always something that we've got to pay attention to. But I think we've reached, a normalized state there. I guess the new normal that people have been thinking that we would get to. We're probably pretty close to that range right now. It's very different from what the world was like, in this time in 2019, for example. But I don't think we feel like COVID is anything more than a potential disruptor. And if things stay the way they are now, we're normalized. So we're confident about the 150. There's probably some upside there, but let's just stick with the 150 for now.
Thanks for taking our questions.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kevin.
We have reached the end of our question and answer session. I'd like to turn the call back over to Mr. Holmlin for any closing remarks.
Great, thank you. So I just want to thank everybody for joining and following along. And we certainly look forward to our fourth quarter call, and that will give us a chance to update you on the progress we continue to make in these key strategic pillars, which are to grow the install base and expand the utility of optical genome mapping while we drive the validation of its utility and value in all of the variety of markets where optical genome mapping is seeing uptake. And with that, I will close the call and say thank you very much.
Thank you. This concludes today's teleconference. You may disconnect your lines at this time. Thank you for your participation and have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. Yeah, I'm very confident on that, man. It's gonna take time, baby. It's gonna take time. But I think that was a really good earnings call. How you guys feeling? Yeah, they wanted to get to 150 overall installed bases for the Sapphire. But the way they're going, maybe Dom's right, baby. I don't know how much we're going to get to by the end of the year, but I estimate we'll definitely beat that 150. And that's not financial advice, it's just what I believe. But I wonder what we're going to see for price action tomorrow. What are you guys thinking? What's after hours saying now? Somebody tell me the after hours. Tell me, baby. Tell me your thoughts and feelings. See that dollar bill in the comments, y'all. Dollar bill. Cowboyish. Everybody's thinking yeehaw. Switch to price action now. See the price action, baby. I want to see what you guys' thoughts and feelings are first. Considering the chip shortage and other constraints, I don't see EPS as a miss. Oh, the cowboy music in the background. Just expectations. Much better than Q2 and last year. Progress. Great progress and promising future. I agree with you, sir. Good sir, Rusty Russ. Picks the gems. Oh, we got rid of that echo, baby. Welcome back. Welcome back. It was too much of the ear damage with the echo. One Sapphire, 14k samples per week. Prenatal scan for every baby born in the UK per year. I was emailing someone who's part of the NHS and asking them. Some people told me Well, I emailed from the top innit, and I emailed from other people who are active in the fields. Some people said it's going to be a while before we see prenatal scans and newborn screening. They're trying to build it out, so they're having public discussions. The public discussion was positive, but they said it's going to take a while. Whereas when I emailed Eric Topol, he just said to me, yes, yes, and yes. So it seems like it's a matter of time before newborn screening comes into the UK. We start to screen all the newborn babies, and they need long-range technology alongside whole genome sequencing in order to look at all variants, because WGS doesn't cover all variants. So they still miss, and it's important not to miss, because you need to make sure there's no diagnostic odyssey, and you make sure that you're able to screen accurately. I see you, baby. So what are we looking for? Oh my god, he put the devil's number. Don't do that. Get away from that number. That jacket is harder than a sapphire. Oh my god, even better number, 669. You bring the magic. You bring the magic, good sir. We're seeing $8. I saw guys over in Korea, I think it was, he said 10. We're seeing dollar bills. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate you guys coming in and joining. Solid all round, great future. I believe so. I believe so. You know what? I just wish that you know, if I get an opportunity to gobble up some more shares at some decent prices, I'll continue doing so. People were saying that we thought, you know, we're gonna have a miss. Yeah, and they're predicting that it might get a bit rocky. So if it does drop tomorrow, how much will it drop, are you thinking? Hey, after hours, baby. After hours. I want to see what they're doing in the dark pools. I want to see the dark index. I want to see how the institutions are feeling about this. Oh, you're right, good sir. You're right. Especially if the copyright. Can you hear it in the background? Oh, God. They better not penalize me. Stay away. Stay away. This video is monetized anyway, but I don't think we'll get a lot of money from it. I haven't had any donations, and the AdSense money won't be so good, because I think Brandon was streaming, Frunkler was streaming as well, so it'll probably just be split between us. But I don't mind for this one, man. I'm just happy to have you all here. I'm happy. But yeah, I'm confident in Bionano Genomics and adoption as well. Oh, buy the dips, eat some chips. Bingo, said Carol. Bingo. Price should hold up and move gradually. Oh goodness, need some water. 750 to 8 by Christmas, Rusty Russ. Gluggin. Bye guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, my friend. 6.9. Price means nothing for now. We be rich in time. Patience, sir. Patience is a virtue, isn't it? Patience. P-A-Y. Patience. Thanks for the live stream. Thank you, Sneaky Ollie, you sneaky boy. Welcome back. Come back anytime. 6.9 like 69. You naughty. We're coming for you, India. Look out. Woohoo! Thank you for your service, Bionanians. Gobble. Gobble it up, bingo cowboys. So, you're giving a $7 EOD for tomorrow. End of day, $7. Really solid call. Rome wasn't built in a day, and I don't expect Bionano to be either. Nice growth this quarter overall. Thank you very much, Ashmead. Send you some later. Oh, love you, baby. I love you guys, man. God bless all of you guys, and thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. Every time you comment, you put likes on videos, you support my channel, so I really appreciate you guys. No diagnostic odyssey. You know what? There's... Oh my goodness. I watched a video the other day of a guy, and he had a genetic disorder, and he said that, you know, he just wanted closure. He just wanted to know what his genetic disease was, what kind of genes were affected, and he just wanted diagnosis. He just wanted to end that diagnostic odyssey, you know. So this will replace many living that in the cytogenetic lab as it is. Man, there's so much magic. Even people who weren't bullish on Bingo. There were some scientists who I emailed early on, and they were saying, yeah, you know, it's this and that, it's overvalued, this and that, but it could replace, you know, it could be the gold standard for cytogenetics. And I was just like, whoa, what? What are you talking about? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I just got over 1,000. I have 1,100 shares at the moment. I'm still a student and I have some bills to pay, but I wish I could just keep putting like as much of my income as possible into the companies I believe in. Oh, Denmark is in the house. Peter. Peter, my good friend. How are you doing? As far as price, we need to break through some key levels before we break out. It's buy the rumor, sell the new situation. We'll probably see a 5% drop and stay just under $6 in your opinion. Not financial advice, entertainment only, from Michael Frederickson. Yes, the field of cytogenetics needs to be moving to easy button. Oh yeah. Make it easy for yourself. Oh, wash them hands. Oh, I better wash them hands. I better disinfect the laptop the way I'm coughing. Thank you as always. Thank you so much, Total Clutter. Wash hands. Goodness, best videos on Bingo every day. You wait till you see what I've got. Oh man, I love and appreciate all of you guys, so thank you so much. Like I said, I've got a video coming up. I looked at some juicy contracts. I looked at how much was spent by some universities and the kind of tech that they bought and for what purpose and where the funding came from. So they got funded by certain bodies to study certain things, and that's what I found on the internet, and I'm going to collate it, make it nice, spruce it up for you, baby. Thanks, India. We'll love it too. Thanks, India will love it too. My fellow co-workers from India like it and wants to invest in Bingo India. There is a Bingo Mexican stock opening. They can't invest in USA Bingo while living here. Oh, really? Oh my goodness. It's going to be absolutely super, baby. We got 750 Dan. Love it. Love it. Adding more soon. Love it. I love investing in companies and trying to predict, you know, what are they going to become in the future? Are they going to become a powerhouse? Thank you, Jason. Here is the USA. Thanks, Miguel. Welcome, Caro from the USA. Thank you, Iron Roman. Thank you so much. California here. Just want to say thank you for all your work. Greatly appreciated, and you do an incredible job. Thank you so much, Jameson. Really appreciate you guys. Guys, I'm probably gonna be over and out soon. I made a video earlier. It was on the Vertebrate Genome Project. So if you haven't seen that video, check that out because you will like it. Vertebrate Genome Project, who used the Bionano Genomics Sapphire machine on almost every single. I couldn't find a single genome in their genome arc. A single kind of animal, creature, vertebrate. I couldn't find a single one that doesn't use, you know, Bionano optical maps. So it looks like it's well needed for animal genomes. And basically, the Vertebrate Genome Project got some private funding, and they're doing a collaboration with 3 different projects. One of the projects is with that guy, Mr. Church, George Church, and his the Colossal Company. I don't know if you saw it. It was they want to bring the woolly mammoth back to life to save the Arctic, and they have 10 reasons why they believe it will save the Arctic, and they're basically going to plant. They're going to plant the woolly mammoth, a baby, inside I think it's the African elephant. So yeah, they're basically giving funding to the Vertebrate Genome Project, and there's some other projects as well where they're looking at marine life. All of this private funding is coming in. Oh, baby. Love it, boys and girls, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. And yeah, I hope to give you the next video soon. I'm going to be grinding at the moment, still studying. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to catch you in the next video. Much love. The cowboy, baby. Over and out. Mr. Invest Alot. Over and out, baby. I'm still here, baby. Let me just end the stream. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Catch you later, man. Peace out, everybody. God bless you and have a lovely evening.